everyone, I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet, and last week I showed you a soft, sweet, romantic makeup look for Valentine's Day. This week I'm going to show you a sexy boudoir makeup look, perfect for a sexy time on Valentine's Day. Okay, so this is not exactly a sexy look. This might be the opposite of a sexy look, but this is just how I set my hair. If I'm going to go with some old Hollywood waves. If you would like to see a tutorial how I do my old Hollywood waves, leave a comment below and let me know. I have already done my base makeup, and I can link below a video on how I do my base makeup, and I just kind of touched up my eyebrows a little bit. I also applied on my lips Too Faced lip injections to give me a very sexy pouty lip, and I put that on when I start my makeup so it has time to sink in and it'll tingle and everything, and it'll make your lips nice and plump and full for your sexy boudoir makeup look. Now I'm going to start out my makeup with my eye makeup, and I mentioned this in my romantic makeup video, is I'm addicted to using as a base for my foundation Maybelline Color Tattoo, and I am using the color Barely Branded. And it's like, it's a shadow and you can use it on its own, but for me I really love using it as like a shadow base. It's gonna stay put, so if you're having any long makeout sessions for Valentine's Day or any night really, this is what you want to use. Okay, next, since this is a sexy boudoir makeup, I am using Too Faced Boudoir Eyes palette. I am hooked on Too Faced palettes. I use the Romantic Eyes for my romantic, sweet, and romantic makeup look, and I'm going to use the Boudoir Eyes for my sexy boudoir look. And I'm actually going to be using the Classic palette, which is the Oops. I can make this work normally. It's totally, there you go. I am going to be using the Classic palette, which is right in the center here. And I'm going to be starting with the color Satin Sheets. And I'm going to be using my Too Faced, this is one of my Too Faced teddy bear brushes. And I'm just going to kind of go over it. Next I'm going to use my Too Faced flat brush, and I'm going to use the color Sugar Walls. And I'm just going to go right in the crease. Now I'm going to take my Too Faced slanted brush and use the shade Garter Belt. And I'm just going to really define the crease. This is such a super easy makeup look, and I love Too Faced shadow palettes because they just give you like the perfect color combinations, and they give you a booklet of instructions. So, I mean, it's great for beginners if you're new to makeup. I'm also going to take this very like fine-tipped point brush from Too Faced, and I'm going to take the shade Garter Belt, which is the darkest shade, and I'm just going to go right along the lash line. I don't really line my bottom lashes all that much, but sometimes you just want a nice soft definition, so I really like going in with powder. It just gives you that like smudgy look without any really harsh lines. And then I'm going to take my new Real Techniques eyeshadow. This is from their Bold Metals collection, and I'm just going to smudge it. Now I'm going to be using my absolute favorite, this is Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. Now don't be afraid to go really dramatic with your flick. You can do it subtle, thicker line, thinner line, really dramatic. It's kind of whatever you want to do. I did a flick for my romantic makeup look, but I did one that was a little bit more subtle. This one is a little bit more, but I don't go overboard, because when you're doing a sexy makeup look, like you want to look sexy, but you don't want to look like you've just piled the makeup on. Now I'm going to do the very sexy thing of curling my eyelashes. Yeah, that was hot. And now, of course, I'm doing a sexy makeup look, so of course I'm going to be using Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And I love it. It's so easy to find these in minis, because I hate buying a full-size mascara, because you really should replace your mascara like every 3 months or so, buying a huge mascara just doesn't make sense. Next, for our sexy makeup look, we are going to get some nice defined cheekbones. I'm going to use my Too Faced. Can you tell I'm a little obsessed with Too Faced? I swear to God, they're not sponsoring this video. I just love them. I'm going to use my Milk Chocolate Soleil. Oh, it smells so good. And I'm using an angled contour brush. And I'm just going to go right along, right underneath your cheekbone. And you don't want to go too heavy. You can always add more, but you can also, we're going to blend it. And I like to kind of just go, I'm actually going to go just... This is kind of like Kardashian contouring. And I'm going to use my new Real Techniques flat contour brush. A little, just because I have a little bit more control over this. Just to go on the sides of my nose. Again, we're going to blend this, so don't panic. Next, we're going to use a blush. I'm going to try my Milani Baked Blush in Bella Rosa, which is a very bright color. And I'm going to use my Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm just going to tap it on, and then I'm going to like just try to get most of it off. Because I want to start very light because I'm very pale. And I'm just going to go very gently, building it up gradually. Again, it looks like a lot, but we're going to blend it, so don't worry. Now I'm going to take my big fluffy powder brush that I have that actually looks like a flower. And I'm just going to go all over. It doesn't really have any powder on it. I did use it to powder, so there might be some left on it, but this is really just to blend. Then I'm going to take my fan brush, and I'm going to take Faced Candlelight. I actually used Candlelight Glow for my romantic makeup look, but I thought, you know what, let me use Candlelight for this look. Candlelight Glow really just has like a pinkier shade, whereas this is just more of your golden shade. And you just kind of go over your face anywhere where like light would naturally highlight it. Just right on the top of your cheekbones, bridge of your nose, center of your forehead, center of your chin. Now I'm going to blot my lips. I actually like blotting with the back of my hand. It's a little trick. Sometimes when you blot with a tissue, you get little like tissue bits. So I like blotting with the back of my hand, and then I wipe the back of my hand with a tissue. And then I'm going to take my Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Lip Color. This color is All Day Cherry. Of course, you gotta go with a red lip if you're gonna be sexy. If you'd like to see my other favorite kiss-proof lip colors, I will link that video below. And technically you're not supposed to pucker your lips together, and you're also not supposed to blot this with a tissue, but I'm a rebel. Sometimes I do. I find blotting this lipstick with a tissue gives you a different option. Like you can either put it on really thick and you get like a lot of pigment and a really bright color, or you can put it on, just blot with a tissue lightly before it dries, and you get a little bit more of a softer color, which I like. So we're going to let this lipstick dry, and by the magic of video, my lipstick is miraculously dry already. You can also put this lipstick on like before you do the rest of your face makeup or before you do your eye makeup, and let it set while you're doing the rest of your makeup, and then you can do this. But you just take the balm on the other end of the lip color, and I really like balms instead of glosses. Again, I mentioned that in my Kiss Proof lipstick video. Because this way, when you kiss, and your lip balm might get on the guy, but the lipstick is going to stay put. And it's going to stick all night. So no matter how much sexy time you have, your lipstick is going to stay put. And here's our look. Obviously, I brushed out my waves to give myself a nice, sexy, dramatic, old Hollywood wave. You want to definitely keep your hair soft. Don't overspray it. Don't overstyle it. Because obviously you want your hair to be soft enough so that someone possibly could run their fingers through it. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the YouTube page. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I love to hear from you. And be sure to check out everydaystarlet.com. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a sexy and romantic Valentine's Day.